Hi, it's Trish again from In Spite of Because of, and I'm kind of doing an impromptu video here that's not part of my Budgetarian series, although it kind of could be, I guess, but some things that are coming up, just, when I sit and I think about something that is usually played off something going on in my life. We have a couple of showers coming up here very soon. Just had a baby shower, have another one for a coworker coming up, as well as a bridal shower coming up in just next month or so. And I wanted to give you some out-of-the-box ideas on gifts. Now, I know people register for their wedding and as well for their baby. And I think, especially when you're a new parent, you go and, or even it's your wedding shower that you, or bridal shower, either one of them, you go and you register for things and you're zapping stuff with the gun and you're like, okay, well, these are things I should get. And I, with my husband and I, is kind of the same thing with our baby registry. We're like, okay, well, we're going to need this, we're going to need this, I'm going to need this, and we're going to need this. And I would say 90% of what we registered for and received, we needed. And that is great and wonderful. But I wanted to give you just some ideas, some things that might not be on their registry that you could also have with a gift that is on their registry, and I think it's something that they would be thankful for. The first thing that I think we're doing at our school that's really cool are, granted we're all teachers, but instead of a card is to give a book. That gives the new parent a chance to really start to create a library of books for their kids. I mean, if you invite 20 people and they all bring a book, then you've got 20 books. So that's pretty cool. And little kids especially, they like to read their books over and over and over again. So that's a great idea, I think. And then you could just have a cute basket or something to put those books in. So instead of cards, which you go and, my goodness, cards are $3.99, $4, or more, spend a couple more dollars and get a book. So here's some other ideas, and one of those, as you know, I'm the binder freak from my other videos, but and this is the one that I actually keep my video ideas in, and I also have one that looks just like this for my grocery planning and menu and all that kind of stuff. So, but you're thinking a binder, why would you have a binder? Now, this isn't meant to be the baby book by any means. What I have for I didn't do this with my son, but I did do this with my daughter. I should have brought that one. She is a pink one, and no one bought it for me for a shower or anything, but we ended up purchasing it later or using it for this or whatever. But when you were in the hospital and you give birth, basically, in my situation, every person who touches you for whatever reason, you're going to get some sort of paperwork from in the mail not long after you get home from having the baby. So in my case, I had 2 C-sections, so the anesthesiologist, the person that put in the IV, anybody who, the other surgeon, your regular doctor, or OB, if they were the ones that helped perform any kind of the surgery part or delivery. I mean, you just end up with so many things that are paperwork, and all those ones that are like, this is not a bill, but it's from, this was sent to your insurance company, but this is not a bill. And I can't tell you how many of those I got. And so once I had the cute binder, I would just hole punch and put it in and put it in and put it in. And I had medical reimbursement, so it was really important that I kept track of those and that I submitted them and that I got my money back. And I also had short-term disability, so that kind of paperwork. And then even now, her doctor's visits, the little notices that, when you go and this is her height and her weight and all those type of things, I like to keep those in there. So they are kind of like a baby book in some ways. I mean, they're not the most important things, but I just like to hole punch and keep it all in there, rather than just in a box or even a filing system. They're all there. I can just flip through them easily. I can put sticky notes on them, all of those type of things. And that would never have been something that I thought would have made a good gift. So it's just something to keep in mind. So a binder for medical information, or even like the cards, if you do receive a lot of cards, to hole punch them and kind of keep them in a cute binder is really nice, as opposed to having them just all in a box, or those like weird page protector things they fall out of and all that kind of stuff. You could hole punch them and then keep them in there. Another thing, which is kind of, it really is out of the box, but paper plates, plastic utensils, and plastic cups. You might be thinking, huh? But in all honesty, when you get home from the hospital, and especially, I mean, even if you're not breastfeeding, and that baby is going to want to eat whenever it's going to want to eat, and you're going to need to eat whenever you can, as quickly as you can, probably. So it's really nice to have those type of things so that when you're done eating, you can just throw it away, because the last thing you're going to want to do is dishes. You're tired, even if you have somebody helping you out. My husband was great and wonderful. He's tired too. If you're able to have a mom or somebody else that comes and helps out, you know, if you're able to recycle or throw some of those things away, it is just, we ended up buying those things just for the simplicity of it. Now, do we normally spend money on those type of things for a monthly budget? No. So that would be something that you can give. Another thing would be to consider some freezer meals. Now, before my daughter was born, I made like 30 some freezer meals myself, and I just had them in there, and you know, they would last us a couple of, you know, like days. Like we had it for dinner one day, the next afternoon we might have it some for lunch or those type of things. But if you could get somebody, and you could make those fairly inexpensively without costing a lot of money, then that would be something very nice for them if they have a crock pot or something like that. Because as I said before, you are tired, and so even driving to go get something, with a gift card or something like that, you just want to be at home and rest. The other thing is to consider, my favorite word, is when you're purchasing those, even if it's something that you register for, like the little kind of onesie outfits, to consider buying things past the newborn and even past the 0 to 3 month. You get a lot of newborn things, and my children were both very small, but they do outgrow them still fairly quickly. And if you have just an average size baby, they're going to zoom out of that in a month, a couple weeks, even 0 to 3 months if you're having kind of a large baby. And honestly, they wear those onesies, or even to sleep in or whatever. The cute outfits are nice, but they wear them so much. I mean, my kids did. That's kind of their daily wear. My daughter was born last April, and she's still wearing them. She wore them a lot through the summer. Because little babies are just typically on the cold side, so one of the ones with the feety. So don't get hung up on just the newborn because you want them to wear it now, or even the 0 to 3, but do consider the season. A lot of people very kindly bought summer stuff for her for like the 3 months, 6 month. And I mean, she wasn't wearing a lot of tank tops and shorts. I didn't take her outside a lot, being born in April. I just kind of like, I don't want her out in the sun. I don't want her to overheat. Maybe I'm overly protective. I don't know. But I feel bad because a lot of those things did not get worn, and they still have tags on them. So I feel horrible about that. So just consider that maybe the next summer, buying those type of things. So at a year, that 12-month kind of thing, if you want to buy that summery stuff. I know it's not always winter available outfits or summer available outfits, but even consider like, okay, next year she's going to be able to wear those, because you're going to have to buy those clothes, more than likely. Some plastic tubs. That might seem a little odd too. Let me get one of those for you. These... And I got these ones at Walmart. I believe I like that they have kind of like the chevron pattern that I'm such a nut for. These are great because they're so multifunctional for a baby and a child. What I do, or what I bought these for mainly, was inside the dresser to sort out their clothes, because they're little onesies, and they're the hats and their socks and pants and little t-shirts or whatever fit in here so nicely inside a drawer, and then that just kind of helps keep it organized. Now my son's clothes now at 3 years have outgrown these, but now you can have them out and you can use it for a bin full for toys, or a bin for some diapers that you might keep in the living room just because it's easier to change them in there. Or, I now have a couple of these in my refrigerator that I keep my yogurts in. So it's something that will be multi-purposeful I'm coming up with all kinds of words tonight. You know, have a more than one purpose for them, even when they're done with it for their kids. So you know, put the, you know, they come with the lids, so they can be with, you know, for the cars, for their My Little Ponies, all that kind of stuff. Puzzle pieces. And you can find cute ones like this, or you could decorate it with the decorative tape that they have out there. But I, especially in the beginning, to put these in the dressers, and you might put a little note, can organize clothes inside a dresser. And something else, if you kind of already know their color scheme, or if they're having a girl or boy, you might be able to find something more specifically that color. This has kind of the, I don't know what kind of pattern you would call this, damask. I don't know, it's pretty, I like it. It's kind of just a neutral tan color, but this is from Target. You know, it's just kind of like the fabric boxes or whatever, and they have that little piece, so they fold out and you put that in there. And then these can go nicely just in a closet on a shelf. They could put their clothes in there. We have one we keep out in the living room that's mostly for her toys that she has, or stuffed animals. Books can go in there up on kind of low. Like when there's things in there, she can really hold herself up on the side and they don't tip over and she doesn't get hurt. Even if they do tip over and they kind of bonk her, they're pretty soft. I'm demonstrating how she bonks her face, but they're very soft. So this is something they're probably not going to register for. It's not going to be in the baby section, but I think that these are great ideas. So a cube binder for medical information or for cards, paper plates, utensils, and cups. And you could even get this, something like this, or a few of these, and put the paper plates and plastic cups and plastic utensils in there, or if you bought an outfit, or the books in there, those type of things. And then this, or in some plastic tubs in there for organizing inside the dresser, or just to kind of have in the bathroom where it has their little comb and all that kind of stuff just sitting out on the counter. This is just cuter than a Ziploc baggie. But anyway, so those are some out of the box kind of thoughts for you if you have any kind of upcoming showers going on, like baby showers or wedding showers. These things kind of go nicely with those as well. So once again, I hope you're having a great week, whatever day I get this posted, and I'll see you in my next video.